I'm happy to say that there were two projects that came out, and we have agreements to go forward. Over 7,000 square foot house, and that one right there is a 35K estimate.
It was all done by us on a performance basis. We didn't require any investment up front. Hello, Terry. It's really nice to have you here on this call today. Would you please introduce yourself? Just tell about your name and your company.
Yeah, hi, Lana. My name is Terry Mamalis. I'm the owner of 360 Painting of Southeast Las Vegas. And I met you, I guess it was early January through LinkedIn, and we were introduced there, and you had told me about your new plan or your developing company and what it related digitally to, painting and other services. And it seemed to be something of the nature of developing meta ads and trying to organic, SEO and whatnot. And after weeks of speaking and, getting in touch and getting acquainted with some of your colleagues and whatnot, we did decide to do what you called I guess it was a boomerang project, in which we went over all my past potential customers, people I had either talked to or most likely estimated for. And you guys took several days to go and contact and see what went of it. And I'm happy to say that there were two projects that came out, Cameron and Marty. And as of now, we have agreements to go forward probably in April to do projects for them. And one was Cameron happens to have a very big estate. I call it an estate more than a house. And he's got over 7,000 square foot house. And
that's a big one. Yeah.
And he's from New Zealand.
Okay.
We touched base there. I've been to his hometown of Hamilton, and that did not hurt the process of trust and whatnot. And so that one right there is a 35K estimate and agreed upon estimate.
Okay.
So that was, very, got to work on the capacity of that, but very happy to have discovered that. And Marty also has a home, pretty big home, in which we're going to help replace tiles and lumber for her as well as paint. So we're off to a good start. I did see ads now being placed, or at least, as Mariana said, warm-up ads to test it.
Yep.
So far, so good with OnTap. The communication's been spot on. The friendliness is wonderful. So at this point, excited, especially now that we're in the spring. It's something that my company needed. And the marketing needed to be upgraded. So I'm glad I met Lana, and I'm glad that we're in progress.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing all that. That's really interesting, right? Because your database wasn't really big. There was a few contacts in the database, and we resulted in two projects coming out of that kind of activity. And it was all done by us on a performance basis. So we didn't require any investment up front, which was an easier way to engage with us. Would summarize that correctly?
Yes, it's a little bit of the genius in it, because, even now to this point, it almost seems like when you get together and have agreement with another company, the other companies follow suit, right? I was mentioning like Tridus and all that. They come up and say hello. And it's good to, know it's something that I had to learn about. It's something a year ago that was not visiting me or wasn't too aware. Everyone knew about Google Ads. And this seems to be a much more efficient process of getting quality leads.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. Appreciate your time and sharing this information with others. Thank you.